My girlfriend, Bethany Olson, and I are known as the two pillars of the surgical department. Bethany is an extremely skilled surgeon who has developed her own unique surgical method. Meanwhile, I'm well known for being able to deal with all sorts of complications and side effects, no matter how tough they are. Throughout our 5 years of relationship, Bethany keeps her guard around me to prevent me from learning her techniques. She refuses to let me watch her surgical footage. Even if we end up in the same surgery, she'll always hide the most critical step from me. She does all this simply because she's afraid that I might steal her job. Later on, my mom becomes terribly ill. Only Bethany is capable of performing a life-saving surgery on her. I get down on my knees and beg Bethany desperately to save my mom, yet she refuses to operate on my mom, no matter what. Bethany even sneers at me. It so happens that your mom falls ill at such a right timing, eh? I think you just want me to operate on her right in front of you so that you can learn my techniques. In the end, my mom's heart stops beating in the ICU. When I'm dealing with the post-mortem process, I accidentally overhear Bethany's conversation with a colleague. Gregory kneeled before you today, Bethany. I can't believe you still listened to Seth's advice by not performing the surgery on Madam Weber. Bethany says nonchalantly, actually, I was starting to doubt myself. Thank goodness Seth told me that it's almost time for our work performance to get evaluated. I'm very sure Gregory is trying to seize the opportunity to climb the career ladder, as if I'll let him have his way. Besides, Gregory isn't my student at all. If anything does happen to his mom, I can take the liberty to let Seth handle it. I've already taught him everything I know, so right now, he lacks a patient to test his skills on. It turns out that Bethany isn't afraid of me stealing her job. It's just that I'll always be an outsider to her. I just turn on my heel and walk away without saying anything. After all, I still have to see my mom off one last time. As for Bethany, she has nothing to do with me the moment she refuses to perform the surgery on my mom. When I brought my mom's ashes back home for the memorial service, my relatives gossiped behind my back. Her son and his girlfriend are both such talented doctors, and Connie still didn't even make it to 60. What a miserable life she had. Another said, who knows what really happened? Gregory's girlfriend didn't even bother coming back with him. Maybe she saw Connie as nothing but a burden, so she didn't bother saving her. Every word felt like another knife twisting in my chest. Right then, my aunt, Annie Weber, stormed over, slapped me, and yelled, Gregory Harrington, your mother gave you everything she had. She raised you alone, worked herself to the bone to put you through university, and even drained her savings to buy you an apartment in the city. How could you do this to her? Tears streamed down my face as everyone pointed fingers. I couldn't defend myself. If I'd listened to my professor and gone into the same specialty as Bethany Olson, Mom might still be alive. Back then, Bethany told me, I want to devote myself to one specialty and become the best at it. You should focus on post-op complications and be the one backing me up. I never imagined those words would come back to haunt me. My phone started ringing nonstop. It was Bethany. I declined, but she kept calling. I was about to block her when I accidentally answered. Where the hell have you been? She yelled. You took time off without even telling me. Do you even think of me as your girlfriend? My hometown, I replied coldly. Bethany scoffed. Oh, right. Seth told me you transferred your mom to another hospital. Turns out you moved her back home. And you still claim you didn't ask me to operate just to learn from me. If she were healthy enough to be sent back to some small town hospital, her condition obviously wasn't that serious. You swore you'd never go into the same specialty as me, Gregory. And now, you're lying about your mom's condition just to compete with me for the chief position. You should be ashamed of yourself. My hand trembled against the phone. Shut up, Bethany. My mom's dead, okay? Are you happy now? There was a brief silence before Seth Dawson's voice came through. Greg, you've gone too far. Even if you're lying, you shouldn't joke about something